challenging Bihar's SIR. The Supreme Court has now asked EC to publish the details of all 65 lakh voters who have been deleted from the Bihar draft voter list, along with the reasons for the deletion. It has also asked ECI to accept Aadhaar card as a valid document. The top court directed the poll body to publish advertisements and also in local newspapers stating that people can check the same. Petitioners' lawyers Nizam Pasha alleges arbitrary deletion from the voter list, citing 231 names missing from a single booth and submitted affidavits from affected voters. Now, Election Commission Council defended poll panel, saying it has no power to determine citizenship and operates strictly by law. He also stressed on the tough political environment, noting, and I quote, "If they win, EVMs are good. If they lose, EVMs are bad." The matter of SIR now picking pace in Supreme Court, with court now asking the poll body to publish the names of all 65 lakh voters whose name have been deleted from the draft rolls, as well as mandating that Aadhaar card be used as a proof of citizenship for electors in Bihar. And the latest, of course, coming in as far as Bihar SIR issue is concerned, the Supreme Court has now asked Election Commission to publish all the names of 65 lakh voters who have been deleted, along with the reason for their deletion. And this comes as petitioners knocked on the doors of top court, alleging arbitrary deletion, citing that at least 231 names went missing from a single booth and submitted affidavits from affected voters. My colleague Piyush Pandey joining us with more details. Piyush, the SIR matter now heating up. Supreme Court has directed ECI to take strong actions, ensuring that Aadhaar card should be used to register a voter.
Yes, Shweta, after consent of ECI, Supreme Court in its interim order directed the Election Commission of India to make a public searchable list of 65 lakh voters names which are deleted from the draft electoral roll after the special intensive revision exercise and give the reason for deletion. Two judges bench in continuing hearing of third day on a batch of petitions challenging the Election Commission of India decision to conduct a special intensive revision of electoral roll in poll-bound Bihar. In the previous hearing, Justice Bakshi summarized the petitioner's argument that it was a battle between constitutional enlightenment and constitutional rights. And today, Supreme Court ordered to Election Commission of India to make public a searchable list of 65 lakh voters' names which are deleted from the draft electoral roll. Yes, Rita.
All right, and it was a heated conversation in the court today, Piyush, for ECI and its counsel in the court said that they will blame Election Commission. In fact, they will blame EVMs and, stressing on the fact that it is a tough political environment, and that's the reason why Election Commission is facing the heat of opposition parties.
Yes, Shweta, today and before that day, basically today is the third day of hearing, and all days Election Commission of India interrupted between petitioners' arguments, and today also Election Commission of India said that basically that is a too much large number of voters in Bihar, and we are doing a special intensive revision process. That is a very huge list, and we are want a suggestion to political parties why they are blaming us. So there are many heated arguments given by the Election Commission of India and petitioners also. Yes, sir.
All right. The Apex Court is seeking transparency. It says that the entire data set should be up on website with details of people who are dead, who've been removed on account of registration in another state, and put a system in place where voters are not made to run behind political party leaders as well as citizens. Right should not be at the mercy of block level officers. Strong observation there coming from the Apex Court. Joining us on the show is Rudra Vikram. Rudra Vikram Singh is an advocate in the Supreme Court. Also with us is Dr. Rajiv Nanda. also an advocate in Supreme Court. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for taking time out. I want to come to you, Rudra Vikram Singh, first. What are you making of these observations? Could you unmute yourself, please?
See, the well-articulated order or judgment, I would say, as an interim measure for the petitioners. Obviously, if anybody is being deleted from the voter list, the reason should be known to them. It cannot be arbitrary. Hence, the Honorable Court has directed to publish those 65 lakhs voter list along with the details why you have deleted their name. They on the during the hearing they said the name as well, that why the Poonam Devi's name was deleted. You should write in the column that why she has been deleted from the voter list. You will have to give the reason, and you will publish this on your website as well as the district level website if you have, and if you have any social media for the district level office, then they'll have to also publish this data, and also at the booth panchayat level, this has to be displayed so that everybody should aware that my name has been deleted or not. And one thing, Honorable Court has clarified that should be searchable by the EPIC number. EPIC is that is election photo identification number. In our voter ID, there is a EPIC number. So from that EPIC number, it should be searchable. So Honorable Court, and this is the first step. Honorable Court has said this is the first step we are doing it. Although some petitioner has said that the region should also there should be a display also that what document I have submitted during this revision. So Honorable Court has said that we will see this in the second step. First, let them publish the data of 65 lakhs voter. When they said that we will not do it in a very short duration, the court has said that there are 7 point something data already available on your website. So you can publish those 65 lakh voters detail, and this is fair enough. I would say, if you will ask my opinion, this is a fair enough. If you have added my name in the list, there may be a reason. Now you are deleting my name, there may be a reason. So
Absolutely.
at least reason should be known to me.
The reason should be clear, 100%. 100%. The reason should be clear. And I'll come back to, let me also quickly get in Dr. Rajiv Nanda. Dr. Nanda, would it be fair to say at this point that petitioners are seeing some early gains as far as the hearing in court is concerned, with court necessarily not siding with ECI and siding in favor of petitioners, that they have a right to know why they have been excluded?
Yes, certainly it's a very good order today. You can't say that it's an early lead or something like that, but certainly we can say that this is a slight change in the stand of the Supreme Court, Honorable Supreme Court. Earlier they were saying that the Election Commission of India, being the expert body, has the right to conduct such kind of exercise, and they are in a better position to know if somebody has to be deleted or not. But with today's reasoning coming that the persons whose name has been deleted, the reason should be given on the website. First of all, it has to be uploaded on the website that such and such people's name have been deleted. And the website should contain the reason in front of that name as to, for the X name, Y is the reason or Z is the reason. So the person will be in a position to show to the court that, look, this is the, like what they are saying, that maybe A, B, C, D document has not been submitted. And the person will be in a much better position to now know and say to the court that, look, this is what the so-called expert body is saying, that these are the reasons and these reasons don't exist at all. And this is what the case of the petitioners perhaps is, that the Election Commission of India is not conducting itself in a fair manner. And if this comes true, then perhaps, yes, the stand of the petitioners will stand vindicated.
Okay. Let's quickly circle back on the issue of Aadhaar being used as an eligible document. Rudra Vikram Singh, this is the third time Supreme Court is saying that please ensure Aadhaar card is used as an acceptable document. Now, the earlier two times it was not a directive, it was a suggestion, but I believe this time it is a directive.
Yes, now this is a direction that you should include this Aadhaar card as a military documents, because everywhere. You go to bank, you will have to produce your Aadhaar card. You go to your airport, you will have to produce Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card is everything. For Honorable Supreme Court has said in this order of Aadhaar that Aadhaar cannot be mandatory. Aadhaar cannot be asked. This should not be a mandatory document. But in India, wherever you will go, Aadhaar would be a mandatory, and this is the only document you will be asked. So why can't be Aadhaar is a document to be listed my name in the voter list? So Honorable Court has directed this also, that Aadhaar card, if my name has been deleted in the list and I'll produce Aadhaar card, then their name can be included. So this is, I think, this is the best thing, because earlier the Aadhaar card, the voter ID, these were not included. And if you remember, when I think Honorable Justice Dhulia was hearing the matter, he once said that those documents which you are referring, it is possible that I should also not have those documents. So this was just observation while at the time of argument. But yes, this was true. So now this time Aadhaar card, because when everywhere Aadhaar is mandatory for opening an account, for getting any benefit from the government, and I think this is fair enough.
Okay. Would it be fair to say, therefore, Dr. Nanda, it would be incumbent upon ECI to now ensure that all those 65 lakh voters, or some of whom are now coming on record to say, we are very much here, we are alive, we are not dead, we have not relocated, we should be allowed to use Aadhaar as a valid document?
Yes, of course. Of course, it will be now for all those people who have these valid documents. And it was quite surprising last week when it came up and it was reported and widely circulated in the media also, that even if you have Aadhaar card, PAN card and the election card, still these three in combination also will not make you eligible or a right to be calling yourself a citizen of India. And I was wondering, if these three documents are not good enough, what else? And is everybody expected
Gentlemen,
to carry...
I will have to unfortunately let you go. There's breaking news coming in on the show. Thank you very much for taking time out. But actor Darshan has now been arrested after the setback from Supreme Court. The initially setback came by the way of co-accused in Renukaswamy murder case. Pavithra Gowda was also taken into police custody. She arrived at the Annapuneshwari Nagar police station. This comes after the Supreme Court set aside the bail granted to actor Darshan. So initial bail that was granted to actor Darshan was revoked, and post which we now know that both he and the co-accused in the Renukaswamy murder case, Pavithra Gowda, have now been taken back into custody. The top court earlier cancelled the bail which was granted to Kannada actor Darshan and Pavithra Gowda and 5 others by Karnataka High Court in the Renukaswamy murder case. The Supreme Court pointed out lapses in Karnataka High Court's order. A bench of Justices J.B. Pardiwala and R. Mahadevan said that High Court's decision suffered from serious legal infirmity and was an arbitrary exercise of discretion. The Supreme Court in its judgment said that no matter how influential the accused are, they are not above the law. The Supreme Court said that the accused were given a 5-star treatment in jail. The jail superintendent should have been suspended for that. It added that before the law, no one is big and no one is small. The bench was hearing a plea filed by the state government against Karnataka High Court's 13th of December 2024 order of bail to actor Darshan, who was a co-accused and continues to be a co-accused in the Renukaswamy murder case. Now, Darshan, along with actress Pavithra Gowda and several others, are accused of abducting and torturing 33-year-old Renukaswamy, a fan who allegedly sent obscene messages to Pavithra Gowda. My colleague Gautam joining us with more details. Gautam, it's a big setback for the actor and the co-accused. Pavithra Gowda too has now been taken back into the custody.
Absolutely, a massive setback now. Just a few days after completing the shooting of his movie, it's come as a big shock to Darshan, and now he has been arrested, and not just him, it is 6 others who are the co-accused in Renukaswamy. All of them have been taken into custody, and it will be interesting to see what really happens from here on, because keep in mind that the Supreme Court has raised serious questions about the jail stay of Darshan as well, whether he will be shifted to Bengaluru's central prison, that is the Parapana Agrahara, or whether he will be actually taken to Ballari Central Prison, which is where he was first lodged when he was arrested in connection with Renukaswamy's murder back in June last year as well. He had spent 60 days over there, so whether he will be taken there or whether it is the central prison in Bangalore, that is a call that the Karnataka police will have to make. And also there was speculation that Darshan was nowhere to be found earlier in the day, but actually following the Supreme Court copy reaching the Sessions Court, the police have acted swiftly, and he has been in touch with the police is what we are given to believe. And now Darshan's jail stay resumes. But keep in mind, amidst all of this, the trial in the Renukaswamy murder case has not been completed, and the trial will go on. Not just him, it is
trial
all
in
of
just
the
a bit, but earlier today, Supreme Court also made some very serious observations with respect to the 5-star treatment given out and meted out to Darshan, also suggesting that the jail superintendent should have been suspended for it, and that he is maybe a big person as a actor, but he's not above law.
Absolutely. The verdict by the Supreme Court should serve as a landmark verdict for not just in the case of Darshan, but in case of celebrities and others as well who sort of get preferential or VIP treatment in the prison as well. Keep in mind that when Darshan was actually there in prison, there were images that had leaked out from the Bangalore Central Prison showing him smoking and having a good time with his buddies, and also there were speculations that he was actually getting food from outside. He was actually getting food and phone was also allowed as well. So amidst all of these allegations, now it will be really interesting to see how the police will crack down on this. Keep in mind that it was the Karnataka government itself that had opposed the bail that was given by Karnataka High Court, and the Supreme Court came down very heavily on the state's High Court as well, saying that the way it had acted in this whole matter was actually very worrying for it as well, and it has asked serious questions. And it's the state police and also the state government that mounted a serious case in the Supreme Court and got the bail cancelled. Now all of them are back, and it should serve as a landmark verdict for future cases where celebrities are arrested and for any kind of offences in the future, that the government or the police cannot really give them preferential treatment. And right now what we understand is that a warrant was about to be produced for the arrest of Darshan as well, but in the meantime he's actually come back and surrendered.
Right.
So it is not a case of him being taken into custody by the police in terms of arresting him beforehand, but it's actually him respecting the Supreme Court's order and surrendering here as well.
Right, the Supreme Court there stepping in, suggesting that Darshan has not been treated as per law. In fact, he's been treated and given special treatment by the jail superintendent, for which the jail officials should be held guilty. But at the same time, before I let you go, Gautam, what is the latest on the Renukaswamy murder case? You mentioned that the investigation is still on.
Yes, the investigation, keep in mind the murder itself took place in June last year. And even after 1 year right now, the trial is still underway. Keep in mind, just a few days back, Darshan and some of the accused had appeared before a trial court where charge sheet is yet to be framed in this particular case. And amidst all of this, he had already got bail from the Karnataka High Court and on the pretext of him having extreme back pain. And as soon as he got bail, we saw him attending movie screenings and also visiting abroad and completing his entire movie shoot for this movie called Devil as well. And this had actually fallen into the eyes of Supreme Court as well, and noticed that this is not the actual reason why he was granted bail, and it was almost as if the Karnataka High Court had acquitted him completely, is the kind of statement that the Supreme Court had made. And now the trial will take place, and what we understand is that by September, the entire 17 accused charge sheet will be prepared against all of them, and that is when we will have serious conviction and quantum of sentencing also could take place then.
All right. And, let me quickly quote back to you what the Supreme Court said today while assessing whether High Court was right. It said, we are going to assess whether High Court applied its mind judiciously before granting bail in such a serious matter, and we will not make the same mistake as the High Court did, quote unquote. Also, in a way, saying that perhaps High Court, along with the jail superintendents as well as other officials, seem to be lenient to actor Darshan.
Absolutely, because keep in mind the Supreme Court actually observed that the verdict in the Darshan case should serve as an example for all high courts and jail officials across the country. And when the verdict was given as well, the Supreme Court actually directed this judgment be circulated to all high courts and jail superintendents across India and through their respective state governments, basically indicating that Supreme Court is serious about the statement where it said all persons are subject to equal, are actually equal before the law, and it has reiterated the statement by ensuring that this judgment actually goes out across the country, and it's not just going to be applicable for Darshan, it is applicable for anyone who tries to abuse their VIP privileges because of their high standing in terms of politics or as a celebrity. That's not going to matter. It's only about everyone being equal before the law, and that is the major takeaway from the verdict that was given today as well here in Darshan case as well.
And the law applies equally to everybody. That's the message coming in there from Supreme Court. Stay with us, Gautam. Let's take our viewers quickly through what has transpired. Now, Darshan, along with actress Pavithra Gowda and several others, are now accused of abducting and torturing 33-year-old Renukaswamy, who's a fan, and allegedly sent obscene messages to Pavithra Gowda. The police has alleged that the victim was held in a shed in Bengaluru for 3 days in June of 2024. He was tortured. His body was recovered from a drain. The actor was first granted interim bail on the matter on medical grounds in October of 2024. And all 17 accused are currently or were on bail, of which 2 have now been taken back into custody. And 2 prime accused in this case, of course, are Pavithra Gowda and actor Darshan. So this is the big story coming from South, where the implication from Supreme Court as of this morning is that a person, due to their high standing in society by the way of the power they influence on people, so be it a political person or a person of high stature by the way of the movies they appear in this case, Darshan being a popular actor, is perhaps getting VIP treatment despite committing a serious crime like murder and conspiracy. My colleague Vajula also joining us with more details on that big story. Vaji, serious directions there coming from Supreme Court. Supreme Court clearly implying that actor Darshan should be treated like a common criminal.
Absolutely, Shweta. The Supreme Court went very heavily on Darshan's bail, and it also pointed out how there should not be any difference, like you said, between Darshan and a common man, and the leeway that has been given to Darshan, despite the fact that there are big evidences, heavy evidences against the actor, be it the blood samples of Renukaswamy on the clothes of Darshan, the soil samples on the shoes of Darshan, his presence, the CCTV footage, all these things have been incriminating, and that is why the Supreme Court lashed out at the lawyers, saying that how could he be given bail, and even at the Sessions Court that it had been done a misjudgment. So this is somewhere or the other a landmark judgment that has been given. Now, as we speak, we've been also told that Darshan has been arrested from his apartment at Asarkalli, and he will be taken to Annapurneshwari police station, where they will do a medical checkup of Darshan, and from there he will be taken to the Sessions Court, and at the Session Court it will be decided whether he will be taken to Parapana Agrahara jail or at the other Bellary jail where he was stationed, because as we all know that at the Parapana Agrahara he got some special treatment There were videos of him coming, which had come out of him smoking a cigarette inside the jail, and how he had got treatment from the other inmates. Clearly keeping that in mind, he was shifted to the Bellary jail. So in the Sessions Court, that is one thing that will be decided, whether Darshan will stay in Parappan Agrahara or will go to Bellary. But as we speak, almost everyone has been rounded up by the police. They've all been taken to the Annapurneshwari police station, and in no time from there, they will all be brought to the Session Court, and there the judge will give their verdict of where they will go. But today's judgment has been a landmark judgment, keeping in mind the gravity of the crime that was committed, and what had happened, because he had got bail, and there was a lot of violation with regards to the bail also. He did not attend the court hearing at one point of time, saying that he has back pain, but he was seen watching a movie with one of the eyewitnesses named Chikanna. So that was something that went down heavily with the Supreme Court, that actor had misused his bail. So right now, his arrest is also a significant development in this particular case, and now with him going to the Session Court, we'll have to wait and watch which jail will Darshan go to now.